Okay, so we've talked about the fact that these eggs are really vulnerable. Let's talk about the fact that how farmers work. So, alligators are a little bit like panda bears. They will not breed in captivity. People have tried and tried, and they have been really unsuccessful at it. I guess they're shy. They like flowers and romance and candy and whatever else, but we've not had any luck, or biologists and researchers and farmers have not had a lot of luck in getting them to breed. Let me give you a little background on land ownership in Louisiana. Most of the coastal wetlands in Louisiana are privately held. That means that they are owned by individuals like you and me. And those individuals, just like you and me, have taxes to pay and all kinds of other obligations. Let's say you have a parcel of undeveloped land and you've got to pay taxes on that. Well, most people, when they have an empty tract of land, they actually start developing that land for either real estate or agriculture, and they find a way to make that land work for them so that they can earn some money, so that they can pay their taxes, their property taxes, and so that it's not just a wasted investment. But the alligator farmers found a unique way to incentivize the landowners in Louisiana to not develop their land, to keep it intact, and to actually do things which will enhance the wetlands and make them stronger and better breeding grounds for alligators. Alligator farmers make contractual obligations with landowners, and actually the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries is a party to the contract. So it's a three-way contract between the government, the private landowner, and the farmer. The farmer goes on the landowner's property and he collects all of the alligator eggs which he can find. And again, he's collecting them right before hurricane season in order to get them out so that they'll stay safe and they'll actually hatch. The farmer collects 100% of the eggs, and he takes all of those eggs back to his farm and hatches them. One thing that's interesting to note is that the temperature at which alligators hatch controls the sex. So if the temperatures are warmer, they're female, and if they're colder, they're male. So farmers are able to manually manipulate the temperature at which the alligators hatch so that they get a ratio of about 50-50. The farmers pay the landowners for the eggs. The state of Louisiana has strict controls over how many eggs a landowner sells, how many eggs a farmer buys, how many eggs hatch, and where those alligators came from. By law, the alligator is required to release 10% of the eggs that he collected after hatching back onto the property. So if a farmer collected 100,000 eggs from a parcel of land, he's required by law to release 10,000 hatchlings, or not hatchlings, 3-foot alligators is really sort of the norm, back onto that original landowner's property, thereby increasing the breeding stock. And it's working. Every year in the last 10 years, the nest density has been increasing in Louisiana, which means the returns are actually increasing and helping the wild alligator population. It provides tremendous income to local communities in Louisiana, to local people, to troops on the ground, to people who are collecting eggs, to airboat people, to the farmers, to his workers, to landowners, to their land managers, and it actually enhances the swamp.